an endurance runner who's planning to run a half marathon, a full marathon, or an ultra marathon, then long runs are a part of your reality. And learning how to fuel for those long runs has a lot to do with your ultimate success in your race. So join me, won't you, as we talk about the who's, what's, when's, where's, and why's of fueling for your long runs. Hey everyone. Before we start looking at some popular fuels for long runs, let's review some basic facts that'll help you understand fueling just a little better. I promise to make this quick and painless. First off, even the thinnest runners amongst us have enough fat stores on their bodies to see them well past the marathon distance. But fat stores can't be converted into usable energy at a rate that's useful to us when we're pushing our aerobic limits over several hours. And while your body can be trained to become more efficient at converting fat into fuel, that's generally only useful to us at slower paces. If you're training for a half marathon, a full marathon, or an ultra marathon, and you're planning on running at a pace that's close to your anaerobic threshold, then the main source of your fuel is going to be the glycogen that's already stored in your muscles and your liver. And the natural glycogen stores in our body generally only last for about a 20-mile run or less, depending on your speed, the heat, and your general efficiency as a runner. And that's why we have to supply our bodies with extra fuel from external sources when we're going for those longer runs. Glucose is the fuel source that's most easily converted into usable energy by our bodies. But many runners don't like or just plain can't tolerate the constant blood sugar spikes that come along with simple sugars. You take a gel, suddenly you have tons of energy, and then a few minutes later, lethargy. More complex carbs take longer to become usable energy, but that can be used to our advantage. They slowly release sugars into your system for a more evenly sustained feeling of energy as you run. Please note that you have to start taking in fuel and liquids well before you start feeling the effects of dehydration and exhaustion when you're on a long run. If you wait too long, it's likely too late to reverse course, and things can get ugly fast. It's known amongst distance runners as the wall. But the good news is that proper fueling can help you push that wall back or avoid it completely. In addition to sugar, our bodies need electrolytes like salt, magnesium, and potassium to keep our muscles firing properly. Luckily, the best fuels supply all this as well. Over the course of several long runs, you should try many different kinds of fuels and at different intervals so you can find what works best for you. Through trial and error, you'll learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and how to maximize your long run and racing potential. So let's take a look at your options. Many runners prefer natural, real food energy sources taken with water to keep them going. Bananas, dates, raisins, granola bars, and oatmeal are all great options. While these may be more easily tolerated by your gut, they're also bulky and hard to carry over long distances. To get around this, many ultra runners use these fuels at aid stations that they stop at regularly along their route. But many runners prefer the convenience of gels, chews, gums, candy, and specialized sports drinks for their fueling sources. Energy gels are a whole world of their own. The array of brands, flavors, and contents have huge variation. They give you access to energy in a small, easily carried, easily opened package. Generally speaking, they give you 100 to 200 calories of energy, electrolytes, vitamins, and sometimes even caffeine for an extra boost. And some brands contain real food sources in a convenient package. Chews also come in a variety of flavors and make a great distraction when you want something solid to chew on during a long run. They deliver 20 or 25 calories each, along with electrolytes, and some are caffeinated as well. And sports waffles are now offered from a growing number of brands in many flavors, like salted caramel, chocolate, wildflower honey, and on and on and on. When you want to actually eat something instead of squeezing another gel, these are a great option. Energy gum is a relatively new entry into the distance running energy market. Each easily carried package contains 2 pieces of gum that deliver vitamins and caffeine in varying amounts. They don't provide any calories, so they're a great option if you just need a little rocket fuel to see you through those tougher last miles. Some people like to eat candy, cookies, or pretzels for energy as they run. I'm not a fan of these options, as they usually only deliver sugar to your system without the necessary electrolytes to keep you firing on all cylinders. Plus, some candy and cookies contain ingredients that can upset your gut mid-run. So let's talk about liquid fuels. Many people with a more sensitive stomach prefer to fuel with liquid. Drinks are less likely to upset your gut as you run, and they're more quickly absorbed than gels or solid fuel sources. The drawback is that you have to continue drinking to get access to energy, even if you're not thirsty. If you're not well trained in this, you can get bloated and see negative performance results. It's definitely a fueling method that you have to practice carefully and specifically for varying weather and race conditions. Sports drinks like Gatorade and Powerade fuel you with sugar and dextrose. They provide a mix of electrolytes as well. The sugars hit you fast, but you have to be careful timing your intake so you don't end up experiencing peaks and valleys in your energy. There are also starch-based powders on the market from brands like Tailwind, UCAN, Morton, and Spring. You simply mix them with water. These products have the advantage of allowing you to choose a concentration level of your liking. Since starch is a more complex carbohydrate, it converts to sugar more slowly in your gut. The steady energy release helps you avoid the up and down energy you get from straight sugar. And many come in caffeinated varieties as well. Well, that about covers all your options for fueling your long run. I suggest you try everything and pay close attention to how it affects your performance during varying running conditions. Experiment with how often you take each source, and over several weeks, you'll find a solution that works specifically for you. Thanks for watching to the end, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and ding the bell so you get notifications every time I post. And don't forget to drop a comment below so everyone can benefit from your knowledge as well. And as always, get healthy, stay strong, and keep pushing. Peace out.